Hey there, and welcome back to Vital Elixir, your trusted spot for aging with strength, mobility, and real vitality. Okay, I want you to picture this highly relatable scenario. You get your annual blood work back, and you're feeling pretty good about it, right? You sit down in the doctor's office, they look over your chart, and they say, well, the great news is your cholesterol is actually fine, but your triglycerides are a bit high. And you sit there thinking, wait, triglycerides? Isn't that just, another word for cholesterol? If you're over 45, I promise you, this exact conversation is one of the absolute most common ones happening in doctors' offices across the country. I completely understand how confusing this can be, and you are definitely not alone in wondering what exactly these numbers mean for your long-term independence and health. So let's demystify the science here for a second. Cholesterol and triglycerides are actually two very distinct types of fat floating around in your blood. You can think of cholesterol as a waxy substance that your body uses as a vital building block to make healthy cells. But triglycerides, they are essentially stored energy. When you eat more calories than your body needs right in that exact moment, your liver takes the leftovers and converts them into triglycerides. The problem is, when those levels get too high, they stop acting like useful energy reserves. Instead, they start to act a lot like slow-moving sludge in your arteries, which over time can really impact your heart health. Now, to give you a clear target, the American Heart Association warns that high triglycerides, which is technically anything over that threshold of 150 milligrams per deciliter, can contribute to the thickening of your artery walls. But look, I want to offer you some immediate reassurance right out of the gate. Unlike cholesterol, which can sometimes stubbornly hold on just because of our genetics, triglycerides are incredibly responsive to lifestyle changes. Honestly, they can improve significantly in just a matter of weeks with a few simple, entirely natural adjustments. So as we move through our 40s, 50s, and beyond, our bodies go through a completely natural metabolic shift. Our metabolism naturally slows down just a bit, and our hormones start to change. Because of this, our body simply becomes a little less efficient at clearing those stored fats out of the bloodstream. And I really want you to hear this. This isn't some sort of decline that you need to fear. It's just a normal biological shift. It just means we need to use a proactive new playbook to maintain our energy as we grow older. Now here is a massive shocker for a lot of folks. High triglycerides are rarely caused by eating too much dietary fat. No, really. Organizations like the American Heart Association and Harvard Medical School point out that they are almost always triggered by eating too many refined carbohydrates and sugars. You see, when you eat white carbs like white bread, regular pasta, or those sugary breakfast cereals, they break down into glucose almost instantly in your body. And if your muscles aren't working hard enough to burn that energy right away, your liver just takes all that excess sugar and immediately spins it into triglycerides. But you absolutely don't have to give up your carbs entirely. You just need to upgrade them. Try swapping that white bread for a sprouted whole grain bread, or maybe trade white rice for quinoa or sugary cereals for a hearty bowl of oatmeal. These upgraded swaps are packed with fiber, which slows down your digestion and actually stops those massive sugar spikes from happening in the first place. If refined carbs are the main culprit, omega-3 fatty acids are basically your body's cleanup crew. Research suggests that omega-3s, specifically the EPA and DHA types that we find in fatty fish, can often help support lowering your triglyceride levels by a massive 15 to 30%. And this just goes to show how responsive our bodies really are. These healthy fats may reduce the liver's production of triglycerides, and they also appear to crank up the activity of a specific fat-breaking enzyme in your blood called lipoprotein lipase. To get this amazing benefit, try to enjoy fatty fish, things like wild-caught salmon, mackerel, sardines, or trout, at least twice a week. Now, if you just aren't a fan of fish, and I know plenty of people who aren't, you might consider talking to your doctor about a high-quality, purified omega-3 fish oil or even an algae oil supplement. But safety is our top priority here at Vital Elixir. Omega-3s can have a mild blood-thinning effect, so you must always consult your healthcare provider before adding any new high-dose supplements to your routine, especially if you're currently taking prescribed blood thinners or blood pressure medications. Next, we've got to address the alcohol blind spot. This is the one that catches so many midlife adults completely off guard. You might be eating super well and staying active, but alcohol is just incredibly potent at spiking triglycerides. And here is the actual biological reality of why that happens. Alcohol is full of empty calories and sugar, right? So when it hits your system, your liver completely stops what it's doing and prioritizes breaking down that alcohol over absolutely everything else. It literally halts your body's fat-burning process and often causes a huge surge in triglyceride production. For some of us, honestly, even very small amounts of alcohol can cause those numbers to creep up. So here is a very practical action step for you. If your numbers are running high, the American Heart Association strongly recommends just taking a break from alcohol entirely for a few months just to see how your body responds. Try swapping out that evening glass of wine or beer for maybe some sparkling water with a fresh squeeze of lime, or even a little tart cherry juice, which might also help cool down inflammation. A short, consistent break from alcohol can yield some truly amazing improvements in your next blood panel. So we hear a lot about fiber for keeping us, well, regular. But soluble fiber is an absolute secret weapon for your heart. When you eat it and it enters your digestive tract, it absorbs water and forms this incredibly thick gel-like substance. And as this gel slowly moves through your intestines, it acts like a literal sponge. It binds directly to cholesterol and triglyceride-rich bile acids, and then it safely carries them right out of your body in your stool, long before they ever get a chance to be reabsorbed back into your bloodstream. To really get this sponge effect working for you, you'll want to aim for about 5 to 10 grams of soluble fiber every single day. The absolute best, most natural sources are things like oats, beans, lentils, Brussels sprouts, apples, and psyllium husk. And it is so easy to work these into your day. Try tossing just half a cup of black beans onto your lunch salad, or maybe stir a spoonful of chia seeds right into your morning oatmeal. It's a super simple, delicious defense for your long-term independence and your heart health. You see, we have this brilliant, brief window of opportunity right after we eat. Let's say you sit down and eat a large meal at 0 hours. Your triglyceride levels are eventually going to peak in your bloodstream about 2 to 4 hours later. If you just go sit on the couch during that time, those fats simply circulate around and eventually they get stored. But if you engage your large leg muscles, I'm talking about your glutes and your quads, right after eating, they act like a giant vacuum cleaner. They physically pull those triglycerides directly out of the blood to use for immediate active energy. So a wonderfully accessible action step here is to just commit to a 10 to 15-minute brisk walk immediately after your largest meal of the day. And please, let me reassure you, you absolutely do not need to jog. A consistent walk at a nice conversational pace, where you feel your legs working but you can still chat comfortably with a friend or your spouse, is very often enough to stop those fats from settling in. It's just a fantastic, manageable habit that keeps you moving and physically clears that fat from your blood. Okay, so here is your proactive playbook to support your vitality before your next doctor's visit. 1. Upgrade those white carbs to whole grains. 2. Bring in the omega-3 cleanup crew with some healthy fatty fish. 3. Check your alcohol blind spot and try out a temporary beverage swap for a while. 4. Sponge up those excess fats with plenty of soluble fiber. And 5. Use your leg muscles as a vacuum with a nice, short post-meal walk. The truly beautiful thing about triglycerides is that they just don't hold on to your past habits as stubbornly as cholesterol does. You genuinely have the ability to positively impact these numbers in just a few months. So I want to leave you with this provocative question to chew on today. Which of these 5 strategies are you going to discuss with your physician or actually try out first? Are you going to swap out that evening glass of wine, or maybe start a 10-minute walk right after dinner tonight? Let me know down in the comments below, and please remember, always consult your healthcare provider before making any major dietary or supplement changes. If you found this explainer helpful today, please hit that like button and subscribe to Vital Elixir for more honest, science-backed guidance to help you age with confidence, strength, and independence. Keep that heart strong, stay proactive, and keep living your absolute best life. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for your time. Subscribe for more health education. Like the video and share it to help others stay informed.